What's up, family? Welcome back to another video. Before we start, can you please hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. What you see here is a frustrated passport bro. I know he goes by the name Floyd. In this video I came across, it sounded like that he was very frustrated. Like I said, I'm not here to troll him or anything like that, say nothing negative about him or anything like that. But in this video, I just want to give him some tips on the reason why he's frustrated, because I spent many times in Colombia and I've dated Colombian women, and I do understand his frustration. I totally understand his frustration. Okay, check this out. What he says
about the situation, man. They ain't doing anything. They're wasting my time. Been on a couple of dates. They say, oh, let's be friends. Man, I ain't gotta be friends. I told you what my intention was. My intention is to go out with you, date you, and maybe be in a relationship with you. But I don't want to be your friend. These women, they play too many games, and I don't got time for it. It's expensive here. They play games, and they're like, oh, they'll try to push it out for a week. I'll see you on Saturday. Oh, I'll see you next Monday. I ain't trying to wait a week. 2 days is the most I'm willing to wait. If you try to push it out for an entire week, I ain't fucking with you. So that's just the way it is, man. I'm burnt out. I'm tired of being here. I'm done being here, bro. I'm just here because my buddy's here, and that's it, man. So we're gonna get the culture, the markets, the food, and we're just gonna focus on that. These women, I don't even care about them, bro. At least in America, they at least going. They ain't going.
Okay. I understand how frustrated he is. I do understand how frustrated he is. Okay. He's in Colombia. I'm not for sure what city he's in. I'm not for sure if he's in Medellin, Colombia or not. But I like to give him some advice about dating in Colombia especially. Okay. All right, now, the three things I want to tell you is that these are the 3 tips that you should know when you date women in Colombia, okay? I'm going to tell you about Colombian females, okay? For number 1, Colombian women can be very flaky, okay? I did a video on this before about the flakiness when I was in Medellin. I told you guys when I was there how flaky they can be. Colombian women can be very extremely flaky. That's number 1. Okay, what do I mean by flaky? Okay, flaky is like, let's say suppose if you guys have a date, right? And you said, okay, we're gonna make this date at, let's say, 3 o'clock p.m. Okay, you set the date for 3 o'clock p.m. All right. So she tells you, okay, we're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna go to a movie. We're gonna do all these things. Okay, and then you give the time and everything when we're gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up at the apartment or Airbnb. I mean, whatever you are. And what happens? What they usually would do is sometimes they just will not show up for no apparent reason. And it don't have to be no reason. They won't call you, they won't tell you, they won't say anything about the reasons why they didn't show up. It's like they will tell you, well, my sister came over, or the family had to do something. It's like they never, how can I say, they never really give you a really good enough excuse why they stood you up on the date. But this happens a lot. They are very flaky, very extremely flaky. You think everything is going well, you think everything is going good, then next thing you know, it's not what you thought. So I do understand his frustration. Okay. Number 2. The number 2 reason that Floyd probably is having problem with these females is that they don't take you seriously by you being a gringo or a foreigner. They usually don't take you seriously because in their mind they think that that you're only going to be there for a week, you're going to be there for 2 weeks, you're going to be there, for a few days. And they don't want to get attached to somebody that they know eventually that you're going to leave. So they don't take you seriously. Maybe if you live there for about a year, if you stayed there for about a year or so or something like that, if you tell them that, I'm gonna start a business here, and if you come there a lot, and if you stay there like for months at a time and things like that, there's a possibility that they might believe you. There's a possibility that you might be able to have a relationship with these girls. There is a possibility, like I said, but you have to be there. You can't go. I'm not saying Florida's only there for a few days or anything like that, but you can't be there for about a weekend or something like that and talk about having a serious relationship with these girls, because they are not going to take you seriously. You are a gringo, you are a foreigner, and so you always will be considered like an outsider, so they don't take you seriously. Okay. Number 3. Here's the big one. If you are in the Medellin area, I don't know if he's in Medellin or not, but if you are in the Medellin area, a lot of those women, I'm not saying all, there are good women in Medellin, yes they are, but you have to do your homework. But most of the women in Medellin is for pay to play. If you don't got no money, you're not going to get the honey. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't be broke being in Medellin. Okay, I'm not saying Florida's broke. I'm not saying anything negative against him. I'm not trolling him or anything like that. I do understand his frustration. I do. I really do. I really understand his frustration. Let's go back through this video again. I'm going to point out some more things that you should know, that's going on in this video.
About the situation, man. They ain't doing anything. They're wasting my time. Been on a couple of dates. They say, oh, let's be friends, man. I ain't gotta be friends.
See, they're just interested in being friends because they don't take you seriously. That's why they want to be friends. They're not going to, Colombia is not a, let me put it like this. The good girls in Colombia is not a hookup culture. It's not a hookup culture. They're not going to sleep with you in one night. I mean, I'm talking about the good girls. I'm not talking about the pros. But I'm talking about the good girls. They're not going to sleep with you on the first night. I'm not saying this is what you want to do, Floyd. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's not a hookup culture. A lot of the good girls, they really take their time, and they're not going to come to your place on the first night either. It may take a week or so before they come to your place. That's why they probably said maybe a week or so. So you got to understand these girls, they're different. They're not like American women. They're a lot different. And they're very, very, and some of them, I'm going to be honest with you, some of them are very, very, very flaky. Look, let me tell you what happened to me. I met a girl in Barranquilla. We're supposed to have a date at 4 o'clock. She's supposed to meet me at the hotel. We're going to have dinner by the pool. She ended up showing up around 9:30 at night. Hey guys, this is the last night of the romance tour in Colombia. Me and my girl were supposed to have dinner tonight by the pool, and she still haven't showed up yet. She's supposed to show up at 6 o'clock. It's going on 8 o'clock. So, I don't know if this is going to be a no-show, but she did say she may be here at 7, so maybe it's just a late start. So this is the last night of the romance tour. I'm here at the Howard Johnson Hotel. Very beautiful place. Howard Johnson Hotel at the pool area. So I keep you informed what happens. But for some reason, Colombian women, they look at time differently than we do. In South America, I noticed that. It's like, for example, in America, we value time because time is money. Time is money. But in Colombia, they look at time a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? They don't really pay that much attention or find that much importance in time. So that's why a lot of them are very flaky on dates and things like that.
Friends, I told you what my intention was. My intention is to go out with you, date you, and maybe be in a relationship with you. But I don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to be in a relationship with you because they're not ready to be in a relationship with you. If you try to get a relationship with a Colombian woman, it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. I say, if you're looking for a serious relationship from a Colombian woman, it usually take maybe about a year. Maybe it may take up to a year before you find a very serious relationship. And it all depends on where you find these women too, or where you're looking for, where these women. But if you're using a dating app like Tinder or something like that, chances are you're gonna run into not too good people.
I want to be your friend. These women, they play too many games, and I don't got time for it. It's expensive here. They play games, and they're like, they'll try to push it out for a week.
Yeah, they do. They do pay a lot. Yeah, they do play a lot of games. They do, but that's part of that flakiness that they have. That's part of the flakiness. They do play games. They sometimes feel like that you're wasting time, because I'm telling you, my last visit, well, not the last one, the last one before the last one, it was a lot of flakiness. I mean, it was a lot of flakiness. I got stood up, I don't know how many times. They said, well, I'm coming, I'll be there at 6:30 or something. You make a date and then they just don't show up. So I do understand your frustration, sir. I understand what you're coming from.
I'll see you on Saturday. I'll see you next Monday. I ain't trying to wait a week. 2 days is the most I'm willing to wait. If you try to push it out for an entire week, I ain't fucking with you. So that's just the way it is, man. I'm burnt out.
Yeah, you can't take it personally, Mr. Floyd. You can't take it personally. You can't take it that you all burnt down and things like that because you're moving too fast. You're moving too fast because Colombian women, they are very traditional. I'm talking about the good girls. I'm not talking about the pros. But the good girls are very traditional females. And they like to take their time because you are a foreigner. Okay, you are a gringo. They look at you as they don't take you seriously because you haven't been around long enough. That's the reason why. And like I said, I'm not saying nothing negative about what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong or anything like that. But I just wanted to offer, some advice about how would you deal with these females in Colombia. It's different. And those are some very flaky women. They are. And they will frustrate you. So don't let it discourage you. Just sit back and relax and just enjoy the country.
I'm tired of being here. I'm done being here, bro. I'm just here because my buddy's here, and that's it, man. So we're gonna get the culture, the markets, the food, and we're just gonna focus on that. These women, I don't even care about them.
Yeah, just focus on the culture, focus on the city, and then you never know. Maybe when you go to some of the parks and things they have in Colombia. I don't know what part of Colombia you in right now. I think you might be in Bogota. I don't know if you're in Medellin yet, but I think you might be. I've never been to Bogota before. I've been to only 2 cities in Colombia. I spent a lot of time with that was Barranquilla and Medellin was 2 of the cities that I visit mostly in Colombia. But just go with the flow, Don't let those females make you feel that way. Because they will, believe me, they will make you very frustrated if you let it get to you that way, you know.
At least in America, they at least going. They ain't going.
Yep. So that's basically what I wanted to say to you, Mr. Floyd. If you ever see this video, I hope you have a good time in Colombia. Colombia is a very beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful culture, nice food, beautiful women, of course. But just be careful. Be very careful. And like I said, this is Tony Rome, and I 100% agree with you. I do understand your frustration. Okay, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.